So right now at Victoria coach stations, waiting for my £9 bus to get to the airport. Normally these buses that go from where I live to the airport at Stansted cost £17 sterling, but this one is a surprise. Victoria to Luton for £9. Takes over an hour, but that's reasonable. You just have to kick back at the airport overnight. But I'll be arriving at the airport after 1 o'clock, and then my flight leaves at 8. Let's go. Okay, it's nearly 7 o'clock. There's another half an hour until they announce the boarding gates. This is the usual thing you have to do when you get to an airport early. Is basically you just have to wait till they let you know what your gate number is. There's a flight to Tel Aviv today, which I wish I was on, but I'm going to Amman instead, because flights to Amman was much cheaper than Tel Aviv. But who knows, I may end up in Tel Aviv in the next few months. Depends, fingers crossed. So anyway, these flights between London and Amman, they were paid by a gift voucher thanks to all the market research I get to do every couple of months. So can't really talk to you much about that, but it's quite a good thing, which the market research I did many months ago paid for my flights to Morocco. Yeah. And also this is my first time using this Temu vlogging camera, so wish me luck. So I just landed in Jordan and I paid 40 Jordanian dinars, which is like £45 sterling, the visa on arrival. But then when I used the currency exchange, like after customs, they only gave me 40 Jordanian dinars for £50 sterling. So yes, it is a bit of a rip-off for these exchange places in the airports. That's basically saying no exchanging money before you leave, exchanging money when you get there. But anyway, I just needed some local currency to get on a bus and get into the 7th Circle, and then I'm gonna pay for accommodation and that'll be it. Oh, bus is finally leaving just after 5 o'clock. It's like 25 kilometers, 30 kilometers to the city center, and then from 7th Circle just get a taxi to where I'm staying for less than 5 dinar. Otherwise it would have cost 30 dinar flat out. But tomorrow I could be able to get an Uber to the airport for 20 dinar from where I'm staying. Just as long as, I'm sure they're gonna get a good Wi-Fi connection, but I never buy SIM cards when I arrive because I know it's going to be rip-off prices, and I just rely on the Wi-Fi of my hotel to go from A to B to C. Yes, it's really cold here today in Amman, as I was expecting. If you want warmer weather, you have to head south of the tropical Cancer. Heading north towards 7th Circle. It's like a big roundabout. There's always different circles in Amman. From here, I'll have to bargain down a taxi to at least 4 or 5 dinar to get Hostel. Just notice how like white the buildings are around here. So I just got off on the side of the road and making my way to find a taxi to get into town. There's a lot of people trying to like hassle you, but I guess they're trying to do their job. But I just need to find something that will get me into where I want to go. Like, you gotta remember, Google Maps doesn't teach you much about these things. They don't tell you about buses between the airport and the city center. So, this is what 8 Jordanian dinars gets me a night. Can't really see it because of the bad lighting, but yeah, it's like a cabin bed, privacy and all. So, I'm just gonna go out for a bit of a walk right now, and I don't know how to get this light off. Oh, there it is.
There I am, yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty dark right here. But, yeah, just good for one night. It's about 7 o'clock here in Amman. We've got the call of the prayer happening now. I'm trying to make my way to the Citadel. I'm seeing buses there, but I'm just gonna walk it because it's like 800 meters or so. So I have to cut through there to get on the main street, and that'll be a Roman theatre. Crossing the streets in Arab world, it's a bit like playing Frogger. Always make sure, put your hand out when people say, hey, want to cross? Give me the right of way. And you'll have no problem whatsoever. Okay. I just wanted to go through this entrance over there, and the guy was like closed up at 9 o'clock. And I heard that the Roman Cathedral was open until at least 8 o'clock at night. It's nearly 7 o'clock now, so we just couldn't cost me that much money, I guess. So here it is, Roman Theatre in Amman. This is one of the things I had to see, make my trip worthwhile, even though it's like less than 24 hours. A lot of people would say to me, oh man, you're missing out on all the good stuff in Jordan, like Wadi Rum and Petra. It's like 40 dinars, all the stuff to get into these sites. Seems a bit overpriced in my budget, but I guess it's if you want to have these cool experiences in the desert and seeing this cool stuff. For me, I'm more of a civilian type of person. I want to see my museums, I want to see my monuments, my stuff, and I like to do it alone and not being bothered. So yeah, the Jordan Pass would get you into all these places and also pay for your 40 dinar visa. So it seems value, but it's not really worth it if you're just flying in and out of Amman for less than a day. But I mean, this is a new country for me, and it's just cold right now, and I'm really silly I didn't pack all my winter gear, but it's still cold. I was actually supposed to fly back to London on Sunday next week. Well, I'm actually, instead of coming back to Jordan on Saturday, I'm actually gonna go to Israel. I just think I'll connect more with people in Israel as I am a Ashkenazi Jew. But I can't really say that here. Now as I'm walking past the main streets, people are like, hello my friend, restaurant, and the reason I don't go in them because I know I'm going to get overcharged, and I just believe if you want a good meal, just stick to street food. Just don't wander off with people trying to get you into their restaurants. It's not that good. I mean, I do know a good restaurant in town with good views, but it's a bit too cold right now to go out there. I may go there for breakfast tomorrow and then get a cab to the airport. But I do know it's got really good views, but just really too cold for me right now, too dark. Well, I decided to get myself out of bed at closer to 7, get to a cafe just up the road for some breakfast. Yeah, flight's not leaving till 1 o'clock, but I'll just get an Uber to the airport. Really don't want to mess around, because it's too much of a hassle. It's like, get yourself an Uber to 7 Circle and then get a bus from there. It's a bit, it's like, man, I just really want to get to the airport. Anyway, I'm just gonna get some breakfast right now and go back to my hotel for a couple hours sleep. So this is my breakfast. It's one of the eggs, got falafels, hummus,
bread and assorted vegetables and some tea. So this is gonna be like 5 Jordanian dinars. So I don't know what's happening right now, but I think it just started to snow. Snowing in the Middle East. I'm like, wow. It does snow in Jerusalem and in Israel, but I just can't believe this is happening. This is happening. Like, wow. I'm in the Middle East. I'm in the Levant, and it's snowing. This is not what I expected. Anyway, I'm hoping to find a bus. I was getting to the airport in time. The taxi driver was like, "I'll give you 12 days." I was like, I don't need a taxi to the airport. I know it costs 3.30 JD to get a bus from 7th Circle to the airport. So we just need to go find where this bus leaves. I'm at the 7th Circle roundabout where you can get a bus to the airport for less than 4 Jordanian dinars. Funny enough, I saw a bus down there and I said, "Oh, you're going to the airport?" I said, "Yes," but they said it was a company bus. So it seems like it was taking workers to the airport from this location. I said, "Well, is there anywhere else I can get a bus?" And they said, "Just 7th Circle," which I knew well about because I was dropped off just over there yesterday. And so I'm not paying, top quid just to get to the airport. I'm not that type of guy. The only times I would pay top quid to get to an airport is from a country that is quite unstable and not that really reliable with public transport. It's like Bournemouth Airport. Now, one time I had to take a taxi to Bournemouth Airport because there's no buses running in the morning. So my flight was 6 a.m. And I also walked from Bournemouth Airport into the city centre many years ago. There's no way I want to be walking 20 kilometres to get to the airport. Just need to wait for these buses to show up. They show up every like half an hour, so it's good timing though, because I got up at 7 to have my breakfast and I left at 8, and it's just 8:30 right now. I got myself on the bus. 3:30. Jordanian dinner is the airport, so much cheaper than taking a taxi. Good work.